From the sacrifices to all the support, mothers are very important and impactful individuals in this world, especially in the NBA. And throughout the history of professional basketball, there's been a plethora of moms that have been there every single step of the way. And truthfully, throughout a lot of players we love and admire, they would not be nearly the athletes they are today if it wasn't for all the unconditional love and values that were instilled in them from their mothers. This is Top 10 Most Emotional NBA Moments Mother's Day Edition. Coming in at number 10 is Allen Iverson, who is without a doubt one of the most impactful NBA talents on and off the court we've ever seen, and was someone who really displayed true grit on a gamely basis. Now, coming up, basketball was really never his type of sport, and as he was inducted into the 2016 Basketball Hall of Fame, he really expressed the impact that his mother had for him as a kid.
I remember coming home from school one day, and my beautiful mom said, "You going to basketball practice?" Like, basketball? I ain't going to no basketball practice. Basketball is soft. You know what I mean? I play football. I'm a football player. I said, "Where you going?" And I remember I cried and I screamed and kicked and clawed, and I had to be dragged to practice. I got to practice, and I saw all the guys that played on my football team there. So from that point, I played basketball. So I have my mom to thank for that.
At number 9 is John Wall, a player who's really overcame a lot of adversity and is someone who changed his life for the better. And the 5-time NBA All-Star has put together quite the NBA resume. And during his Kentucky Hall of Fame speech, he reflected on all that his mother did for him as a kid.
Can y'all give recognition to my mom, Frances Pulley? I just want to thank you. I just want to say thank you for being my mom. I know it's tough growing up with me and my 2 sisters, seeing my dad go to jail at a young age. And you sacrificing everything. I know you used to hate when I was in kindergarten. You had to sit in the parking lot a lot of times because I could never stay in school more than 30 minutes. I was always getting kicked out. And she had to drive 45 minutes to take me to school. And she would miss a lot of tournaments, but she would sacrifice sometimes not paying the light bill just so I could go play basketball. Then when I was 16 years old, I kept getting in trouble. She took basketball away from me. She said, either you can go down the same road as your dad and your brothers, or you could be somebody very special and change our family's life. I just want to thank you for being my mom. I couldn't thank nobody else.
At number 8 is a player who's practically had superstar written all over him since high school. And as he was selected number 1 in the 2019 NBA draft, it was only right that he mentioned and gave credit to one of the closest people in his
overall
life.
pick in this draft.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I didn't think I'd be in this position. My mom sacrificed a lot for me. I wouldn't be here without my mom. She did everything for me. I just want to thank her.
Your mom was your coach when you were coming up. She coached you until you were 14. What are the sacrifices you feel as though she made for you?
She put her dreams aside for mine. She always looked out for the family, friends, and words. So
at number 7 is the hometown kid of Chicago, Derrick Rose, coming into his 3rd season as all the attention was hovering over Miami as LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh had formulated the Big Three. There, Derrick Rose simply blossomed into one of the most exciting players in all of basketball, but he always remembered someone who always had his back through all the highs and all the lows.
And last but not least, I want to thank my mom, Brother Rose, my heart, the reason I play the way that I play, just everything. Just knowing that days that I don't feel like going into practice or I'm having a hard time, think about her when she had to wake me up, go to work, and just making sure that I'm all right and making sure the family is all right. Those are hard days. My days shouldn't be hard because I love doing what I'm doing, and that's playing basketball. So you keep me going every day, and I love you, and I appreciate you being in my life.
At number 6 is the greatest shooter of all time, in Steph Curry. At the age of 27, this is the season where he really emerged into the conversation as being one of the most gifted shooters of all time, which allowed him to win MVP, but was also someone who was brought up around real structure and morals.
Mom, you are our spiritual guidance, our disciplinarian at times, because you were around when Pops was away, not taking any slack. Obviously, we knew that sports was important to us and our family, but there are priorities in life. Obviously, your faith is first and foremost. How we did in school growing up was important. If we didn't handle that business, then there were no privileges. I remember sitting out my first middle school game because I didn't handle my stuff at home. That's a pretty embarrassing moment if you go to your first middle school game and you have to tell your team, "Hey fellas, I can't play tonight. I didn't do the dishes at home." And they're like, "What?" So just that lesson taught me there's more to life than basketball.
Coming in at number 5 is Giannis. In the emergence that he's made since he first stepped foot in the NBA, along with his combination of defensive versatility and his overpowering offensive trait, made him the youngest MVP awardee since Derrick Rose. But all that was a testament of who instilled that relentlessness type mindset into him.
I want to thank my amazing mom. My amazing mom. She's my hero. She's, you have a good parent. Your parent sees the future for you, and she always saw the future in us. She always believed in us. She was always there for us. She's the foundation of this family. You're my true hero. You're my true hero.
At number 4 is the kid from Akron, and as he was just 6 years removed from high school, he finished second in the NBA in scoring that year, being able to put up 28 points a contest while finishing 9th in assists as well with 7.2 per contest, which allowed him to be gifted MVP. And from being regarded as the chosen one in high school to living up to high expectations, at every step of his journey, he always had his mother right there beside him.
My mother, Gloria James, is, of course, the reason why I'm standing up here. She say she hot right now, too. But, I mean, if any of you guys know my mother, you guys understand why these things happen to me. My mother financially was nowhere in the position I am now. Nowhere. I was like on the east side and she was like on the south side, money-wise. She, a single parent, no father figure around, no father to help raise a young man like myself. And I tell Savannah, I said, there's no way, even in the position I am today, would I be able to raise LeBron by myself or raise Bryce by myself. I don't know how you did it. I still haven't figured it out. I'm in the lab working every day to try to figure out how you did it. Now, I may be able to figure out how to make a jumper or dunk the basketball, but I cannot figure out how you raised me by yourself. Wow.
At number 3 is Kevin Durant. Coming out of high school, he was ranked second in his class, and as he entered the 2007 NBA draft, he was selected second overall by the OKC Thunder, and just 7 years later, he was no longer second and finished that season earning 119 of the 125 first place votes, earning him MVP and on nearly every given game. There, he had his backbone and support, endlessly pushing him to be great.
And last, my mom. I don't think you know what you did. You had my brother when you were 18 years old. 3 years later, I came out. One of the best memories I had is when we moved into our first apartment. No bed, no furniture, and we just all sat in the living room and just hugged each other. Because that's what we thought we made it.
when you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You're the real MVP.
At 2 is someone who's widely considered as the GOAT in Michael Jordan. And from being placed on junior varsity in high school because he needed to develop more, all the way into becoming a 6-time NBA champion and being awarded finals MVP for all 6 of them. Throughout all the success and all the down points in the midst of his journey and the countless amounts of accomplishments he's experienced, he never forgot about someone who helped prepare him for it all.
My mom, she's an unbelievable woman. I mean, if I got anybody that's nagging me each and every day, it is her. And she constantly keeps me focused on the good things about life. You know, how people perceive you, how you respect them, you know, what's good for the kids, what's good for you, you know, how you're perceived publicly. Second thought, take a pause and think about, you know, things that you do. That all came from my parents, you know, it came from my mom. And she's still at this stage, and I'm 46 years old, she's still parenting me today. And that's a good thing about that lady. I love her to death. I love her to death.
Now, last but not least, at number 1 is Ray Allen, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth. This is a player who grew up around the game because of his mother, and in the midst of all the awards, all the accomplishments that he's achieved, like when he won the slam dunk contest, or when he broke Reggie Miller's 3-point record, to even experiencing winning 2 championships, he's always looked over to his mother, who was sitting courtside, and remembered to where it came from.
My mom, Flo, thank you, Mom. She played basketball as well. She was tough. Her nickname was Truck. She definitely would run you over if you got in her way. Everything that you've done for me, you've instilled greatness in me. Even when I didn't know I had it, you told me there's nobody better than you. So thank you.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the top 10 most emotional moments in NBA history.